Welcome to episode 6, where we talk about rivers. So far in this journey from nothing to everything, we've talked about world building, gone over some building blocks, drew some land, we did mountains, forest, and like I said, today we're looking at the rivers. Let's turn on a new layer. Well, look at that. I drew it on the wrong layer. Good thing there's this undo. That would have been horrible. Okay, let's go on to a new layer. Now, with this map, I know that I'm not going to have too much in the way of rivers. In fact, I'm only going to draw one down in this area. Let's zoom down there. Well, I want to see the whole area. I'd sketched it out a little bit before. This will be the temporary river, and I want it to do something like that. In fact, that's not too bad. I like that one much better. I like it a little bit more angular. The last one swept a little bit too much. I know I'm going to have this one main channel and I'm going to have one tributary. Just have to decide how that flows in. That's alright. Let's try something different. I could always move a tree if I need to. How's that look? Not too bad. Try one more time. Yeah, I like that one. Well, there's not much more I'm going to do with rivers on this map. I do have to decide on how it exits into the water. I'll over-exaggerate this, but if you have a coastline, sometimes you can leave it open and you can draw that river a ways and then slowly make it go smaller like rivers naturally do. So I could overemphasize that and come in there. I'm not going to in this one. I think this looks pretty good. The last thing I'll say about rivers, which is somewhat important in the real world, is which side of the river freezes first and last. And what I mean by that is this river here flows, obviously, towards the north. So it goes from the south to the north. I've talked about this a few times, but I want the north to be frozen, very cold. And so naturally, if this was a river that froze at certain times of year, well, if the cold weather comes from this direction, it's slowly going to freeze like this, right? What happens to something like that is the water's coming this way and it creates a little bit of a buildup. It actually creates quite a big problem in reality. It's funny how something like that happens. And because of that, because I know that you're going to have something like this, when I go to the detail part of this, I think I'm actually going to make this somewhat swampy. Just a subtle little thing that you can do to the maps to make it even more realistic. I can add some interest in the area by adding this swamp. Probably add some swamps like this or something. Maybe take out the trees in a little bit of this area. But this is an example where knowing a little bit about real-world geography actually helps a fair amount. That's about it for the rivers. I might add another one. I might go around, add something like this. That wouldn't have the same issue as the other one. Well, actually, it'd be very interesting because it'd be freezing up high and freezing down low. But I think I'm pretty happy with this. In the next video, we're going to look at drawing cities. So stay tuned for episode 7. Episode 7.